Hey everybody, so sorry it's taking me a while to upload a video. Just been a lot been going on in my life since I've been back from Colombia. So yes, this video is not being recorded in Colombia. I did try to record what was going on with my best friends and my experience in Colombia, but um, it was hard. Every time I went to record a video, I just got so emotional and broke down, and it was really mentally hard and psychologically just taking a toll on me. Being in Colombia with no family around, no friends, the two friends that I did have that were going through what they were going through, it just was difficult to record and go over my experience without bawling and sound like a hot mess in the video. But anyhow, so I am home, so let's go ahead and just kind of make a quick video so you're not sitting here watching, trying to figure out what's going on. So he did get admitted to the hospital. So when they came to pick him up, they took him to the place where we had our surgery, and he was there for about a day or two, and they started noticing his vitals were going down. He was losing a lot of blood. So they went ahead and said that they were going to have to admit him to the ICU. So he ended up going to the ER or the ICU unit, some hospital called El Caribe, and that's where they had him there for about a week. I got to see him one time while I was there. Um, it was something you see out of a movie. It's like this huge room with all these rooms inside, like a big old warehouse with all these rooms, but the rooms are divided by like clear or plastic dividers. You have to wash yourself down before you even step in and put like a gown and gloves on. And you have to wash yourself again when you leave, just I guess COVID and all these other infections. So I didn't get to see him the first day or so that he was there. We still weren't really sure what was going on, just that he was losing a lot of blood. His blood vitals, his blood levels went from I want to say 11 or 12 to a 5. His veins collapsed, so he had an IV going through his neck because they couldn't even get IVs going through his veins in his arms. Um, his partner, of course, was devastated. Every time he came to see me in the room while I'm dealing with my recovery, it was hard. It was really hard. It took a lot of toll on us. He was taking an Uber there and back, spending as much time as he could, and the hospital only really allowed him to be there an hour in the morning and an hour in the night, in the nighttime. But he would try to milk it as much as he could until he got kicked out, which we would laugh about because he would try to like hide from the nurses to try to be there longer. But anyhow, so when I got to go see him, I was still holding on to a robot. I still had a lot that was that I was dealing with, mainly like the recovery process and stuff. So I went to go see him, and he just broke down crying. He felt like he put me in a situation that, you know, I shouldn't be in. And I kept telling him that it wasn't even about that, that for me, I broke down crying too, seeing him in the state that he was in, because he looked so fragile and he had these IVs. And I mean, it's already hard enough to go through the surgeries we went through, and now to know you're fighting for your life. And we still weren't really sure what was going on. Um, so, it was hard. He broke down, he was apologizing to me, and I told him there's nothing to apologize. And I'll get into that later, why he felt that. And a lot of it just had to do with previous surgery I had before this surgery, which was not like a mommy makeover type surgery. It was an unexpected type of a surgery I had to do. But anyhow, so it was good to see that he was in stable condition. They still were trying to figure out what was going on. I got to speak to the doctor, the ER doctor. He said basically he had ulcers that were bleeding, like 3 ulcers in his stomach that were bleeding and were causing him to bleed to death. They weren't sure what the cause was, but keep in mind, because of that, he wasn't allowed to drink or eat anything for days. For days, the only nutrition he was getting was from the IV. He did stay in the hospital for about a week. About a week, a little more than a week. In the meantime, I'm still trying to get my massages, do everything that I need to do to try to heal myself. So we were supposed to leave March 4th. And we didn't leave because he got hospitalized the week prior to that Monday or Tuesday before that Friday of March 4th. So we postponed our trip to come home another week. And so I'll tell you what happened then. I'm going to go ahead and cut this video short, call it a night. And I promise I'll try to get another video in this week. Have a good night.